It's a live video. I got another phone with me, my dad's phone, and we're gonna do some music in the background. So here we go. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to connect this phone right here to Bluetooth. So we got to have the music in the background. It copies everything I say. Okay. Alright, Bluetooth. We're gonna go Bluetooth here. And we're gonna connect to the gig speaker. I named it the gig speaker, which is pretty hilarious. Now it's connected for audio. We're gonna have some Linkin Park and all that stuff going through here. You wanna listen? Okay, now that is set up, now we're gonna go to my YouTube channel on my dad's phone. I'm gonna go to playlists, and we're gonna do some Five Finger Death Punch first. So first, this video. That's the song we're gonna do. We're gonna do a few songs, but that's my favorite song. So I'm gonna kick off the video with one of my faves. So put this here. I gotta show them how we're gonna get to it. The guitar is way over here in the background. Oh. Had to get my Schecter Diamond Series. Straps can be annoying. Bear with me. Alright. Okay. That's the song we're doing today. We're gonna click play all.
At Viking, we offer our guests the iconic and the expected.
Now before it starts, we need to get to the Five Finger Death Punch preset on my Boss GT1. And here we go. Make sure it's in the appropriate tuning. Drop C. We're gonna do some Five Finger Death Punch, Going Away. That's gonna be the first song. Here we go. Alright, that was Gone Away, Five Finger Death Punch. Like and subscribe if you're liking the video so far. It's helping me out. I love that song. Now we're gonna do another song by them, but this time it's in a different tuning. So guess what? We gotta switch guitars. This is my Schecter Diamond Series Omen 6. I wish it was a 7-string, but it ain't. I've had it for years. Long time actually. This guitar was actually one of my first instruments. That's how you know it's authentic. Somebody has to plug in an instrument. Sorry about this, but my guitar is way over there. So I gotta put it back on the wall. Because we're not gonna be, I don't think we're gonna be using that guitar for the remainder of this video. In the meantime, now we're gonna do, this is Wrong Side of Heaven. Here we go. You like this video? Like these songs? Like and subscribe. I want to see more than one like. I practiced up a lot on these songs. sorry. Yeah, it has a really cool like delay, like reverb sound. Listen to it again. Yeah, I think that's the way it's supposed to sound. So now what we're gonna do? Yeah, I think you know what we're gonna do. We're gonna do some Linkin Park. Y'all guys like Linkin Park? Here we go. Here's some Linkin Park songs I know by Linkin Park. So check out my YouTube channel. Sorry about the ads. Just kind of is what it is. We're gonna do With You because it's in the same tuning. There we go. All right. All right. This one here is gonna be we're gonna do some Slipknot next. All right. But before we do Slipknot, we're gonna do Runaway. Another song off the Hyper Theory album. Gotta add, sorry. Runaway. Alrighty, that was Runaway. Now we're gonna do different songs. Let me see what we got. I got a huge playlist. Yeah, we're gonna do Slipknot. Yeah, Slipknot. So, I don't know which one. I got a few songs I like by them. We're gonna do Devil and I because it's in drop A. So, since it's in drop A, we're gonna go all the way down to Slipknot hit. We're gonna drop the low note from B, drop B standard to A. Now this is drop A. So we're gonna tune it, make sure it's right. Make sure that the other phone doesn't die on you. For tunings this low, 7 strings are preferred. Alright, so Devil and I, Slipknot. So creepy. That's so creepy. Love it. Now we're just gonna do Duality, which is another very famous song. Add once again.
Come on, Talos, let's go!
Oh, well that's nice. All right, so phone decided to die. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is we gotta do just a guitar cover. So here we go. Anything is possible with the Boss GT1. So here we go. This is gonna be we gotta tune up a little bit because it's in drop B, not drop A. So it's a full step higher. So it's gonna take me a minute to tune it. I like this tuning much better because the strings are a little bit tighter. And it's not a 7 string, this is a standard 6. As you can tell, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See by the nut. But this is my Rhodes V. Since I don't really use this guitar very much, which is a shame, I decided to put it in a very low tuning, and I seem to be using it more lately. So awesome. So this right here is Duality Slipknot guitar only. I try to get as close as I can to the record, so bear with me if it doesn't sound exactly the same, but you got a Boss GT1, you don't have a Boss GX100, so bear with me. It doesn't sound like exactly like it would with the GX100, but it's downright close, so here we go. Alright, that's the Slipknot stuff. I want to do another song. We're going to do Before I Forget. Trying to remember what it says. How it goes. This guitar doesn't like this tuning. Okay, so this is that tuning. Basically that. What we're gonna do? We're gonna do some Tony Rombala. This is from Godsmack. We're gonna do. It's in drop B. He uses drop C for this song, but we're gonna play this song in drop B, just for the time being, because it gives me an excuse to use this guitar. So this is I Stand Alone in drop B tuning. What if it was tuned to drop B? Here's your answer to this question. Now we're gonna do Keep Away. I worked really hard on that flanger, that phaser sound. That's a let's go to the modulations mode real quick. That's a 12-stage phaser. That makes it sound that way. See, this is the chorus pedal. Then when you add the phaser on it, 12-stage phaser, sounds like this. Yeah, that's downright close to their guitar sound for that particular part of that song. That only works for that part of that song because I don't hear them using the phaser like that. It's a different setting. So it's like a 4-stage phaser. So we're gonna do Keep Away. Here we go. Yeah, with the same tuning. Yeah, pretty awesome. So we got stuff. I don't know what to do here. Oh yeah, that's that side. Then voice. Oh yeah, that's the mute stuff. Okay. But yeah, that's my Tony Rombala. Now we're gonna do some Wes Borland from Limp Bizkit. This is gonna be break stuff. In drop B. So there we go. wait, no. And drop C sharp and C sharp standard. Where it's supposed to be. Yeah. This is a little bit of rearranged. But like many of my other videos, that's pretty much the end of this situation. I just wanted to show you some of my presets that I've added onto this Boss GT1 since last time I made a recording, and it was a while ago, but I figured I'd do some stuff for y'all because I haven't in a while. It's a shame that the other phone died, but basically my dealio. This is let me turn y'all around. This is my this is the room it all comes from. Yeah, this is my bedroom. This is the guitar I was using. I think it looks so cool on this bed, because the bed is like an piece of artwork as it is. That looks pretty cool. Phone died. Shame. Shame on you. That's that other guitar I used for it. That's my King V. Yeah. That's this guitar right here. My Kelly. That'd do for some new strings. All these instruments. Except that. Except that one. That one just got a string change. But that's basically everything. This thing right here really likes to copy what I say. But I don't know if you can see, but this is my where my three chords are plugged into. What this cord is right here, that one goes to this Marshall amp, to the back end of this. I'm gonna open this real quick. To the back end of this Marshall amp right here. That's where that goes. That gives you a sense of like kind of like stereo sound, but that's basically my dealio. Thank you for watching. Justin out.